Hey, welcome to this week's episode of Topical English Vocabulary with me, Teacher Tiffany. In this week's episode, I am going to teach you 5 new English vocabulary words related to cultural fusion. That's right, a topic that you need to be able to speak confidently and fluently about in English. Are you ready? Well then, let's jump right in. All right, we're going to get started with our very first word. Again, keeping in mind that the topic is cultural fusion. Our very first word is eclecticism. Yes, it's a doozy. It's a long one. Again, after me, eclecticism. Good. Last time after me, eclecticism. Great job. Now, the question you're probably asking is, what in the world does this word mean? So let me break this word down for you. Eclecticism. It just means the practice of selecting and borrowing from various sources or styles, creating a diverse and varied collection. So let me explain it like this. Someone who might be considered eclectic. Imagine a person walking into a room with a pair of basketball shorts, a white dress shirt, button-down dress shirt, high heel shoes, black and white stockings, a hat, sunglasses, and a book bag. You see that these items come from different styles, basketball being sporty, heels being for church or for events that require heels or even work. This would be a person with an eclectic style. Again, eclecticism represents the practice of selecting or borrowing from various sources or styles, creating a brand new style, diverse style. Make sense? All right, now again, this is not just for clothing, all right? So let's check out the example sentences. Here we go. The interior design of the restaurant displayed an impressive eclecticism, combining vintage and contemporary elements. You caught it, right? This is not dealing with clothes, but 2 different styles, 2 different interior design styles. Vintage, dealing with older style, and then contemporary, more of a brand new style, mixing the 2, eclectic. All right, let's move on to the second example sentence. Here we go. The artist's portfolio showcased an eclectic range of influences from classical to avant-garde. We're talking about the term eclecticism, but you also see we have eclectic in this sentence, still the root word. Now the third example sentence. The music festival celebrated the eclecticism of musical genres, attracting a diverse audience. You got it? Yes. So once again, the very first word is, let's get that ding, eclecticism. Very good, very good. All right, now we're going to move on to our next word. Our next word, in order to help you speak English fluently about this topic, cultural fusion. All right. So our second word is actually fusion. Good. Again, fusion. Excellent. Last time after me. Fusion. Great job. Now, what does this term fusion actually mean? It literally just means the merging or blending of different cultural or musical elements. The blending of different cultural or musical elements. We call this fusion. Check out the example sentences. Here we go. The band's music was a fusion of jazz and traditional folk, creating a unique and innovative sound. Again, a blend of jazz and traditional folk music. Fusion. Next, number 2. The restaurant offered a menu that featured a fusion of flavors from various culinary traditions. And finally, sentence number 3. The dance performance was a captivating fusion of contemporary and traditional dance forms. You got it? Excellent. Again, so we have fusion. All right. So what was the very first word we learned again? Yes, eclecticism. Excellent. And what was the second word again? Fusion. Very good. Very good. All right. Now let's move on to our third word. Again, speaking about the topic of cultural fusion. The third term after me is melting pot. Good. Again, melting pot. Excellent. Last time after me. Melting pot. Good job. So what is this referring to? Because we're talking about cultural fusion, right? Why are we mentioning food or cooking? Let me explain. Melting pot, it literally is just a metaphor for a society or community in which different cultural groups come together and blend into a harmonious whole. So you have a group of individuals living in one area, right? Let's say one country, but you have individuals from India, individuals from Korea, individuals from, let's say, Bermuda, the Bahamas, different countries in Africa. This is an example of a melting pot. You got it, right? Again, different people coming together and then existing together in one area. We say New York is really a melting pot, right? Different cultures existing together. Here we go. The first example sentence. Right here, New York City. Here we go. New York City is often described as a melting pot, with its diverse population contributing to a rich cultural tapestry. Next, the school celebrated its cultural diversity, proudly embracing the concept of a melting pot. And finally, sentence number 3. The neighborhood is a true melting pot where people from different backgrounds live and work together. Melting pot. You got it, right? Excellent. All right. So the very first word you learned today again was eclecticism. Very good. What was the second word? Fusion. Excellent. And the third term? Melting pot. Excellent. All right. Let's move on to the fourth term. The fourth term we have is cosmopolitan. Good. Again, cosmopolitan. Excellent. Last time after me. Cosmopolitan. Great job. So now the question is, what does cosmopolitan actually mean? It just means familiar with and at ease in many different cultures. Familiar with and at ease in many different cultures. I lived in Korea for 10 years. I was totally fine. Korea feels like my second home. There are also individuals that can go to Korea, different countries in Africa, different parts of Russia. They can go to different parts of, let's say, Japan, and they'll feel comfortable no matter where they go. Cosmopolitan. Check out these example sentences. Here we go. The very first one. After years of traveling, she had become a cosmopolitan individual, comfortable in any cultural setting. Next, the city's cosmopolitan atmosphere attracted people from around the world. And finally, the international conference brought together cosmopolitan professionals from various industries. You got it? Again, an individual who is familiar with and at ease in many different cultures. In English, we say cosmopolitan. You got it? Excellent. All right. So the very first word we learned again, eclecticism. The second word, fusion. Very good. The third word, melting pot. And the fourth word, cosmopolitan. Excellent. All right. Now let's move on to the fifth vocabulary word. Again, speaking about cultural fusion. I want you to repeat after me. Pluralism. Good. Again, pluralism. Excellent. Again, last time after me. Pluralism. Great job. So the question now is, what does pluralism actually mean? So this term pluralism, it just means the coexistence and mutual respect of different cultural or ethnic groups within a society. Again, the coexistence and mutual respect of different cultural and ethnic groups within one society. Check out the example sentences because they're going to help you understand this word even more. Here we go. The very first example sentence. The country prided itself on its commitment to pluralism, promoting tolerance and understanding among its diverse population. As I was reading that sentence, it made me think about our community. So students that are in my academy, the Speak English with Tiffani Academy, we have a private Telegram group. And there are students in that group from every country you can think of around the world. Over 2,000 students together, chatting together, existing together. I don't monitor the group. I have other student leaders that monitor the group. But what's so interesting is no one argues, no one fights, no one curses, no one disrespects anyone else. This is an example of pluralism. Again, different cultures or ethnic groups within a society showing mutual respect and coexistence. It really makes me happy, to be honest. All right, here we go. The second example sentence. The success of the community was attributed to its emphasis on pluralism, where various cultures contributed to a vibrant social fabric. And finally, the organization actively supported initiatives that fostered pluralism and inclusivity. You got it? Once again, the fifth term, pluralism. Good. All right. What was the very first term we learned today? The first term. Yes, eclecticism. Very good. What was the second term? Fusion. Very good. The third term. Melting pot. Excellent. The fourth term. Cosmopolitan. And the fifth term. Pluralism. Excellent. So we've learned 5 terms that you can use when you're speaking about cultural fusion in order to speak English fluently and confidently. Now I want us to look at a paragraph that includes each of the terms we learned today. As you listen, try to see if you recognize the words and expressions and understand how they are being used. Cultural fusion is a captivating phenomenon that arises from the interplay of diverse elements within a society. It transcends mere eclecticism, weaving together threads of tradition, innovation, and global influences. Imagine a grand culinary feast where flavors from distant lands converge, creating a harmonious symphony of taste. A metaphorical fusion of ingredients that blend seamlessly. In this vibrant melting pot, cultures simmer and meld, their distinct hues merging into a rich tapestry. The streets of a bustling metropolis, let's say a cosmopolitan city like New York, become a living canvas. Here, languages intermingle, art forms collide, and culinary traditions coalesce. But cultural fusion isn't about homogeneity. It's about pluralism. It acknowledges that differences need not dissolve into sameness. Instead, they can coexist, enriching one another. Now, did you hear each word that we went over today? Did you hear eclecticism, melting pot, cosmopolitan, pluralism, and fusion? Now you'll be able to use these words when you speak about cultural fusion with someone else in English. I really hope you enjoyed today's lesson. I hope these words help you as you move forward. Don't forget to sign up for the Daily English Vocabulary email newsletter totally for free. Every day I'll send you an email from Sunday to Friday with 5 new English vocabulary words about a specific topic. Today's lesson was sent out to thousands of learners around the world, and I want you to be one of them as well. So again, go to www.dailyenglishvocabulary.com and sign up today. I'll talk to you in the next lesson.